I made a voice, now the big bad wave representing DJ Pressure. Felicia's Madcap. Felicia's Madcap. DJ Pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. DJ Pressure, everything hot. Pressure, pressure, pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. New music I play non-stop when Pressure I play exclusive I drop when Pressure I play she a shell down that beat. I get one up fire blaze non-stop. Madcap turn up, the whole place rock. Madcap turn up, the whole place hero. You know Swerve representing for DJ Pressure.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl DJ Pressure with Felicia's Madcap Podcast, where making a difference can apply pressure. Now y'all know this is a random live. Normally I try to, if I have personal opinions, I try to do it on my personal page. But honestly, I hear me. Okay, so like I said, this your girl DJ Pressure with Felicia's Madcap Podcast. We're making a difference, can apply pressure. Like I said, I normally would try to go live on my Facebook page and talk about how I feel about stuff. But honestly, today I wanted to come on my podcast and talk about it just so everybody can understand what women really go through in this industry. I don't think a lot of y'all really understand what we go through to be able to be a host, a singer, or a writer, anything that's male dominated. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if you're an insurance lady. Let me tell y'all something. I've done it all. I've seen it all. When it comes down to, I've been a top sales agent. I worked in the office with nothing but men, white men. Do you hear me? Catholic men. And I watched them bring me into the office and use me to get sales with black people to dominate the black neighborhoods. You get what I'm saying? That's how I became top sales of the month. I've been in this industry where I'm doing radio hosts, I'm doing podcasting, I'm doing all this stuff, and y'all don't understand the importance of what I'm trying to get out to y'all about what we deal with as women. A lot of y'all prejudge and think just because we carry ourselves a certain way, or just because we have a sex appeal, or because we are attractive, that we want to be approached a certain way. I'm going to tell y'all, I am so fed up with selective hearing. I'm so fed up with selective hearing. I have been going live on my podcast and giving y'all hints after hints and telling y'all what's going on, and y'all are not listening. But it took an artist to go on social media today and post that she refused to lay down with a man just to advance her career. And everybody started paying attention. But what about when I said it? You get what I'm saying? What about when I said it? Just last week, believe it or not, and I'm so tired of it. I'm about to start throwing names out. I'm about to start doing everything, because at the end of the day, y'all don't make or break me. But what I will do is stop letting men have control over how they let our career take advance. You get what I'm saying? Like, men, there are some men that really think because they are on this stat of dealing with a lot of celebrities, that, and you're trying to reach that level as well, that you're willing to sacrifice your all in all. Y'all are not listening. I want y'all to listen. Y'all gotta listen. It's important. Like I said on my live before my phone went dead, we judge R. Kelly, we judge P. Diddy. I said Diddy. We judge P. Diddy. We judge Bill Cosby, all them, but we have local R. Kellys. We got local Bill Cosby's. We got local, you hear me, P. Diddy's. But y'all are, because some of us may not be on a level of some of these men, we don't get heard. Do you hear me? I left the radio station in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Do you hear me? Because the man that hired me thought that enable for me to keep my job, I was going to lay down with him. Do you hear me? And when I put it out, nobody heard me. Nobody listened. And I'm so tired of unheard vocals. This lady was not the first one to say it. It was just y'all first time paying attention. And because of who she is, y'all paid attention. But because of who I am, are you going to pay attention? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Just last week, y'all watched me do an interview on my podcast, right? And I don't care how this may seem to y'all, but I am fed up with it, okay? I work too hard for my platform. I work too hard for who I am for somebody to come through and think that they could just wave a dingling at somebody and think that they're going to do something. You hear me? So here's the thing. Last week, y'all saw me, I interviewed Danny Lewis and I interviewed Marlena. I never met Marlena a day in my life. All respect to Marlena. I don't know Marlena. I'm the type of woman that I can't judge somebody I don't know. I can't say nothing about somebody I don't know. I have to pray about the spirits that comes in here on my podcast. Do y'all not understand? When I thought I met a genuine person, it turns out to be it wasn't as genuine as I thought it was. I don't care what nobody say. My truth is my truth. I did a podcast. We went over an hour. We actually did 2 hours. Okay. He made a donation to my podcast of $100. Thank you. I appreciate it. But nowhere did it says that after you made your donation and after you supported, I was going to lay down and sleep with you. No, we did not sign up for that. And we did not do that. But after my podcast, Marlena decided to go and be a mother to her kids, and I myself decided to grab something to eat to discuss business with Mr. Danny Lewis. Okay, so we went and we got to grab a bite to eat, and before we got our food, Mr. Danny decided to say, "Hey, I want to let you know I'm very attracted to you," and I just looked. Okay. And a part of me said, oh, well, you know where it's going. Because it's been down that road before where a man came off that way. And then this is not me looking for clout. This is not none of that. This is me basically saying, I'm tired too. I'm tired too. So after that, Mr. Lewis decided to offer me, basically, he said, I know if we're going to do business together, I know I'm going to end up having sex with you. In his way, he was a little bit more blunt. And then, so when I said, what I said to him is, so me personally, this is how I am. I want to see exactly, are you really going down this road? Are you really going to try to test me like I'm this woman that just going to lay down all her hard work just for a piece of your butt or whatever you got to offer? Matter of fact, you're not even my type. You're short. You hear me? And I could go in many, many other details of why you're not my type. But I will say this. So I made it very clear. I said, look, I said, no, I will not go there with you. I want to keep it professional. I work too hard for my name. I want my respect. Okay. At that point, he stated, and you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just letting you know what's going to take place if we continue to do business. And I said, you know what? I said, look here. I just really want to know if you don't mind keeping it professional. And he said, okay, I don't mind. But then we got our food and everything, and we began to eat. And I started talking business, and he stopped me because it wasn't really what he wanted to hear. He said, uh, "Look, I'm hungry. I just want to eat, and then we'll continue talking after I get something to eat." At this moment, I realized that things weren't really going his way. So I may not get what I want as far as trying to do business and get these interviews and go do the event in Holly Springs, Mississippi or whatnot. So the guy continued to explain that, I said, well, no, this is what happened. I said, how does that work for you? How does that work for y'all men? Y'all travel everywhere. Y'all go and y'all meet these different women, these pretty women. And how does that work out for y'all? When you got a wife at home, because he did explain he had a wife at home and she lived downstairs and the kids live downstairs and he's upstairs and the grandbabies sometimes come upstairs or whatnot. And this is just a conversation going on while we're eating. And at this moment, I'm really uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this man is not taking me serious. He's not taking my work serious. He just want to know if he could get a moment of DJ pressure, and that's just not where it was going. You hear me? So we left. We got ready to leave. Before we got ready to leave, we had a discussion with another couple that was there, and we was starting to talk about men going on guy trips together. And I don't know how it came up, but it was a conversation about men going on guy trip. Oh, that's what it was. He couldn't put his plate together, and he asked me to snap the plate together before we got ready to leave. And so I said, "This is why men need women, and to do little simple stuff like that." And he said, "Nah, I don't need no woman. I don't need no woman. I may want a woman. I don't need no woman." And he said, something about him going on guy trips or whatnot, and I said, well, that's how a lot of our men end up gay, because they take a lot of guy trips. And then so he ended up talking to the guy that was next to us, and I ended up talking to the girl that was next to us. And I was introducing them to him, and I was continuing trying to keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? So we got ready to leave, and he continued to want to invite me to his hotel room, which was in Ridgeland, Mississippi. And I said, no, I think I'm gonna go home to my kids, and be a mother to my kids at this point. So I leave and I go, and I did a couple lifts before I went straight home. And by this time, he called me on live. On Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, on the iPhone, FaceTime. And he was at a party, and he said, I told you should have came with me. I told you should have came with me. And he was at a rooftop party downtown Jackson, and invited me to come, and said that it would be a great networking opportunity because there was a lot of important people there. Well, some guy that was running for governor or something like that. I didn't really get a chance to meet him because honestly, when I got ready to go out that night, because I don't go looking any kind of way, so I got dressed, put on my all black, as y'all know I like to wear, and I went downtown. And that was the night that I took the picture. As y'all can see in that picture, I was fully clothed with a long black dress, and I had the little gold around it. And that's because I didn't want to give off the impression that I was trying to continue to draw that attention from him. So I went down there, and I met some people, and I came across this lady, can't remember her name, but she asked me, she said, what's your relationship to Danny? I just met him. I don't know him, And I began to get acquainted with some other people that was there, and I exchanged my phone number on some business stuff, some cute dogs or whatnot, on some business stuff, hosting stuff or whatnot. And then I remember him pulling me to the side and saying, "You don't want to, don't give him your number." Oh, I wish my phone was, because he texted me. He said, "Don't give him your number. He used to talk to Marlena, this, that, and the third." And I said, "What does that have to do with me? We're talking about business." So this is one of the things that really gets me, is that men seem to think right off back when they meet you that they could treat you as if you are a woman of theirs or a potential of theirs. And that's just not it. So, I got a little irritated by that, because I'm not your woman. You don't have to gatekeep me. You don't have to tell me who is who, because I go by how I feel about people. I don't judge people by nobody else. So get ready to go downstairs, because they were cleaning up and stuff, not whatnot. And we sit downstairs and everybody's talking, and I introduce myself to some people, and I could sense the irritation from Mr. Danny, because at this point he's still not getting what he wants from me. I'm not sitting next to him. I'm not all in his face. I'm kind of sitting, and uh when I tell y'all, we got ready to leave after I took my pictures on the stairs and stuff or whatnot, and we got ready to leave, and he walked me to my car, and again he tried to get me to go to his room, and I said no. And I went on by my business. Okay. So then the before that happened, the agreement was that I do an interview with Mr. Stacey Adams. Mr. Stacey Adams had nothing to do with this, didn't know nothing that was going on. He has nothing to do with this. This is strictly between myself and Mr. Danny Lewis. And so at this point, I'm talking to Stacey. I'm like, "Hey, I'm coming to the thing tomorrow. I'd like to meet you, want to interview you, this, that, and the third." And honestly, based off this, we may not even get to do the interview. I don't know, because of the relationship between the two of them. That's just how this business works. Anytime you step on the toes of somebody that's connected with somebody else don't want to work with you. Well, let me tell you something. God will only open doors for me that is meant for me. I will not lay down on my back. I will not kiss nobody butt or none of that. But I will tell you this. Went out the next night. Took Miss Jackie with me, because I wanted to not feel like the only female around the males. You get what I'm saying? And then plus, Mr. Stacey also made sure we were taken care of, as far as, having somewhere VIP, whatnot. So we get in, and that night, Stacey asked, "Had Danny been making sure we were taken care of?" I said, "Yeah, Danny, real good guy. Take good care of us, make sure we ate and everything." Well, at least I ate, Then when Jackie came with me, he made sure she ate. And so I did explain to Jackie about everything that had happened and what was going on. And I didn't want to get her in the middle of nothing, but I wanted to make her very much aware of what was going on. So, just to say, Stacey Adams and Jackie had nothing to do with what was going on. Nothing. But we ordered food, and Danny decided that, I guess because at this point he didn't get what he wanted, he not going to continue doing nothing for nobody. You get what I'm saying? So I explained to him via text, "Hey, I could have paid for my own stuff. I could have did this and did that. But why do that if a man is saying he gonna do it? If you say you're gonna do it. But I'm not gonna stop you. But at the same time, you're not getting nothing from me." So any woman can look at it however they want to look at it. I do not care. Some may say, "Hey, if you know you're not gonna give him what he wants, then why you kept taking from him?" I ain't kept taking nothing. It's basically, you offered, you wanted to do it, you did it. Oh well. But it was not the first time it was stated today that men like to use their status to get what they want. I'm gonna tell you, another artist, well, not another artist, but an artist approached me and said that they would like to deal with me on a personal level. But when they didn't get what they want, the phone calls stopped, the business, like the business calls and all that kind of stuff stopped happening because of the fact that y'all know y'all are married. Y'all know y'all got women. Why? Why? And then they like to get on social media and act like they so happy and so grateful to have their woman or their wives. But yet behind closed doors, they reaching out to people like me and thinking that I'm gonna lay on my back. No, that's just not how it's gonna work. I want my own man. I want my own money. I want to earn whatever I get in this life. So you may not like what I say. You may even try to sue me or whatever you may try to do. But the truth is, because actually, who will have a case? Me, I feel like, because of the fact that I was the one that was being put in uncomfortable positions when I kept saying, hey, I want to keep it professional. So, when people speak on stuff, it's a problem. When we don't speak on stuff, it's a problem. But I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm fed up with it. So go back to the situation with me and Mr. Danny Lewis, um, he has some things he wanted to say about Marlena, who he's starting the show with, The Lounge, and already talking about the girl behind her back to somebody he barely even know. So, does that seem like I'm being messy? No, it's the truth. Maybe if people spoke the truth more often, stuff will stop happening. There are several male figures in this industry that one thing I can say, I have worked alongside Jarvis. He never disrespected me. He never disrespected his wife. He never did nothing passive towards me, like as far as flirting or anything. I have worked alongside Jay. Never did nothing like that. I have worked. Who else? I have worked alongside several men that did not carry themselves that way. Now I will say this. There have been two other males that have flirted with me and wanted something from me as far as that entertainment back, as far as like showing interest. You hear me? In the filming world, however you want to say it, or however, whether they were a manager. I have not said any names, but if I throw out the names, honey, the only reason why I threw Mr. Danny's name out there is because I really was irritated at the fact that I continued to want to keep things professional and yet um and yet I was disrespected on a few levels when I tried to be ladylike. When I tried to be ladylike. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. I do not care at this point. I do not care at this point. I met some good people and I met some people that I question and some people that I know I shouldn't get involved with. So y'all may be scared to say names. I'm not. I'm not no more. That's just like when I was in Oklahoma. What's that fool name? What is his name? Um, Let me get his name. Anyways, anybody from Oklahoma knows who I'm talking about. They knows who do all the radio bookings and all that stuff at the radio station. They know. Okay. I had emails, text messages, and everything to prove what I'm saying. The sexual harassment, the embarrassment, the disrespect. Okay. I have held this stuff in for so long that I'm tired. And that's the honest to God truth. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to be right back because there's more to come.
I made a voice, not a big bad way representing DJ Pressure. Felicia's Madcap. Felicia's Madcap. DJ Pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. DJ Pressure, everything hot. Pressure, pressure, pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. New music I play non-stop when Pressure I play exclusive I drop when Pressure I play she a shell down that beat. Can get one up fire blaze non-stop. Madcap turn up, the whole place rock. Madcap turn up, the whole place erupt. You know we representing for DJ Pressure.
What I would like from y'all is to share, share, and share. Okay. Do not think that these people, because they on high levels of this entertainment business, that they respect us. I know from this podcast and from this live that somebody gonna try to tear me down. But you know what? I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. That's just like, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. When I decided to work at the radio station here in Jackson, Stan reached out to one of the guys in Oklahoma and asked him about me. And he said good things about me, but he also said that it was best that I didn't do my podcast on the radio station because of what happened in Oklahoma when a lot of people that I had on my podcast away from the radio station got the business mixed up with my show on the radio station. So a lot of people they tried to manipulate and take things with it. So the truth was that I had my podcast, Felicia's Madcap Podcast, and then I had my radio show, Felicia's Madcap Show. Well, I had a guest that came on my podcast, paid me $50 to be on my podcast. No, not paid me, donated $50 to be on my podcast to support my podcast when I first started. And because things didn't go, so he donated $50 to my podcast, but I had him as a guest on my show. And the way radio works is that you cannot promote a business unless you're paying for a business promotion on the radio. So he gets on the radio, and this me just generally trying to introduce him on the radio to the community, and he tries to promote his business anyways, which got me in trouble. So I ended up talking to the folks at the radio station about what happened. And then they said they didn't want him on the radio no more because he tried to promote his business. He went behind my back and tried to promote his business. He got upset and he went live on Facebook, and they tried to destroy me and basically say that I don't support my community. Well, I'm not from Tulsa, Oklahoma anyway, so they didn't like the fact that I was from Jackson, Mississippi, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on their radio station and doing things, you know, running my own show. So they tried to do what they could do. So here it is. I ended up leaving the radio station because I didn't like the disrespect that I got. And I didn't like the way my job was being held over my head. It was almost like I was a puppet, you know, and also for sexual favors. So that he wasn't going to get, because I told him I don't mix business with pleasure. And Kenyatta, that's what's his name, Kenyatta Terry, yes. Kenyatta Terry did everything. Uh, well, what I want to say is Kenyatta Terry started out a good guy, sweet guy. Then he ended up a drunk, disrespectful, sexual harassment type of guy. So then, like I said, when I came to the radio station here, Stan talked to a guy from Oklahoma that wasn't Kenyatta. Still had some good stuff to say about me, but that's how I ended up getting hired at the radio station. But like I said, recommend that I kept my podcast separate from the radio station. Okay, cool. Got hired at the radio station to be the position is radio host / board op. Okay, but I'm working currently as a board op because for some reason in the radio industry, people hate competition. So when I first came on to the radio station, I'm learning things, and I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble because they do things a little bit different here than they do in Oklahoma. So I'm trying to get acquainted with everybody. First person I tried to get acquainted with was Alice Marie, great woman, very, very nice, very outgoing. Alice never done anything to me, but I remember the day before the Tank Show event, and I asked Alice. Well, it was the day of, I believe, and I was supposed to be going with I forgot the white girl name. Had to shut her out too. She's full of negativity. Um, Anyways, I asked Alice for DJ Finesse phone number. And I reached out to DJ Finesse and I said, "Hey, DJ Finesse," I said, "This is DJ Pressure. I'm the new girl at the radio station. And I just wanted to introduce myself before I go to the event tonight because if we run into each other, I didn't want it to be awkward." DJ Finesse, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Are you trying to use the radio station to get in, this, that, and the third? I said, no, I've already got my own connections. I'll be in VIP access. I'll be behind stage or whatnot. Hang up the phone. He called Stan, trying to get me fired. Stan calls me. "What are you doing? See, I don't like this already. It's starting out bad already. I feel like I may have done something wrong. I knew I may have done something wrong." Because he, at this point, he felt like he regrets hiring me without even knowing me. And here I am trying to talk peaceful to someone that I'm having a hard time getting across that I am not who you think I am, you know. So, but anyways, it was a statement of if you do anything that's kind of soliciting the radio station or whatnot to get favors or whatnot, we're gonna have to let you go. Well, I didn't have to do that because I've had Felicia's Madcap podcast for the longest, longer than I've been at any radio station, because of the fact that this is my baby and I get to do what I want and I get to say what I want. But so I get the threat of, if I do anything wrong, I'm going to get let go, or the bad feeling of having me on. And I'm still sitting up here. Listen, Please calm down. It's not that serious. It's not what you think it is. It's not this, that, and the third. I'm going to promote my podcast. Where at this point I get told, well, I think your podcast and the radio station may be in competition, and I don't think it's going to work out. How? How am I? The radio, big as it is, big as the radio station is, how am I in competition with the radio station? How? I do a podcast. Even people at the radio station do a podcast. So does that mean that their podcast is in competition with the radio station as well? No. But because I am who I am a threat. So me, I swallowed my pride. I goes to the event anyways, even though I was told to keep good behavior. So then that night, after witnessing DJ Finesse get into it with the celebrity guest, I decided to record it and send it to Stan. And obviously, Stan is not happy about it because now I've thrown in his face. So this how you want me to represent 99 Jams? So this how you want me to do it? He said I didn't have to do that. He was a little irritated by that. Didn't like it. Still hesitant while I'm at the radio station. So this is why my hours are not picking up. I don't have my show. I'm being discriminated against. And I continue to work there on the hours that they do give me because I love what I do. But do I have to sacrifice who I am? Do I have to sacrifice who I am? In this radio industry, yes. They want you to sacrifice who you are. You have to kiss up. You have to kiss down. You have to basically be willing to be a puppet. I was not born that way. So here we are with Christmas, okay? Christmas comes around. I had a car accident. I got hit by a drunk driver, okay? And I'm not going to bring up a situation because her and I talked about it, but there was, well, I'm going to just say this. It was a misunderstanding on a delivery via text to a lady I very much respect, Lady V. I respect her to the utmost. There was a miscommunication on so based off when I left Oklahoma, I decided that from now on, if something goes wrong or if something happened, I'm going to have witnesses. So there was an incident that actually Lady V was trying to give me some hours. She texted me and said, hey, do you want to come work? And I had just got hit by a drunk driver. So she didn't understand the severity of my me not being able to move around. So I text back in a group text and I said, hey, I wish you guys would ask me how am I doing before asking me to come to work. And this was just basically my wrongdoing of just not just reaching directly out to Miss Lady V and telling her, hey, I'm still not feeling well. But I learned from that because I made her feel away. I apologized about it. But moving forward, we are great communication. So there's no problem there. Sometimes you got to be willing to admit when you're wrong and also admit when other people are right. So anyways, that based off that miscommunication, that was another kind of thing on Stan's back where he felt like you got a problem with everybody. First it was DJ Finesse, now it's Lady V. No, it's not like that. DJ Finesse situation was a little bit different. Actually, what happened was that night that I went out to that event, I met DJ Finesse. I shook his hand. I said, "Hey, I'm DJ Pressure." I said, "I don't feel like you had to make that call to stand because I was just trying to introduce myself." And he said that he didn't know who I was. He just protecting his job and then what he doing or whatnot. And for a minute I could understand, but also I didn't understand as the because of the he could have talked to me. But instead, he was so quick to get off the phone and so quick to judge the situation that he ran straight to our supervisor, which to me was like you was willing to cut my head off before even knowing what I was talking about. But anyways, the night went on with the events. Oh well. Later after that, I did some reaching out. I said, "Hey, DJ Finesse, why don't we talk? Why don't we have lunch together?" Why not? No response. See him in the office. It's a hey, gone on by your business. Fine. Hey, cool. That's how you want to be. Fine. But what I'm saying is that I feel like here, y'all know the reason why I'm going to end up standing strong by myself is because I do not fall in line with the followers. I cannot kiss up to people knowing that I have an opinion as well, knowing that I have beliefs as well. I cannot sacrifice myself for other people, or else I'm never going to be able to stand for anything. So, what I'm telling you at this moment, doing this live, I know that I'm going to get a lot of hard hitbacks. I know it. And I do not care. Because at the end of the day, it's honesty. It's real. And I need y'all to listen and understand that this is my life. This is what I have to deal with every day. And y'all wonder where the statements out of the blue come from on social media and all that kind of stuff. Is because people are not doing real business real ways. People are either attacking you because of who you are or what you stand for instead of respecting it, or just saying, "Hey, I may not agree with what you do or what you say, but I respect you as a woman." Or, "Hey, I respect you doing business, but I'm not going to try to fuck you." And see, here's the thing: one out of three men would try to fuck you in this industry. One out of three. Or should I say one out of two? Or should I say one out of two? But I get judged for opening my mouth. There are women that are going to sit back and watch this, is going to judge me because they don't have the strength to do what I'm doing right now. Y'all didn't listen to me when I tried to tell y'all over and over and over again how unfair this industry is. This is why I created my platform, for people to have a voice, so people can share their story, so people can say how they really feel and not feel judged. If you don't want to do an interview with me for now because of what I just said, oh well. Oh well. Monique said what she had to say. And now they respecting her. They beat her down for it. But now she's respected. Now she's getting back what she's owed. Do you hear me? That's my idol. I love that woman. Because no matter what nobody said about her, no what nobody did to her, she stood on what she stood on, and that was it. And that was her truth and her honesty, and that was it. her realness. It's always two sides, well, three sides to a story. It's my side, their side, and God's side. Because I'm not gonna have it down to the teeth, everything that happened. And they're not gonna have it down to the teeth because they're gonna try to hide the shit that they did. But God knows what really happened. I had somebody offer me a movie role and took it back from me because the dude that they mess with told them not to do business with me because he wanted to fuck me. And because I threatened to put it out in the air because he's married. But let it be me that put it out and tell the wife, oh, I'm trying to wreck a home. Oh, I'm trying to do this. Oh, I'm trying to do that. No. Why y'all just can't listen? Why y'all can't listen? It ain't always what y'all think it is. These men know they in relationships. They know it. But yet they still test if you're willing to lay on your back and shut your mouth. This is my breakthrough. This is the moment where I say I'm tired. And it's almost tears coming to my eyes because I work so hard for everything that I do. I've dealt with fake relationships. I with people, females, males, whatever you want to say it. And I dealt with people inboxing, knowing they in relationships, knowing they in these industries, and trying to get you to lay on your back all because of how you look. I can be pretty and still be about my business and still respect myself. I sure can. I sure can. Once this is how they are. Once they get you, and this is what I watch because I watch other people go through it as well. And I ain't telling nobody else's business but my own. Once they get you what they want from you, they gonna throw you away like a bag of trash. And then what you gonna do then? Why not just stand on who you are and what you about? And not give a damn if they throw you away, but at least you got your respect. I'm gonna take another break.
I made a voice, not a big bad way representing DJ Pressure. Felicia's Madcap. Felicia's Madcap. DJ Pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. DJ Pressure, everything hot. Pressure, pressure, pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. New music I play non-stop when Pressure I play exclusive I drop when Pressure I play she a shell down that beat. Can get man up fire blaze non-stop. Madcap turn up, the whole place rock. Madcap turn up, the whole place Europe. You know we represent for DJ Pressure.
Okay, y'all, I am back. Like I said, I'm your girl DJ Pressure with Felicia's Madcap Podcast. We're making a difference, can apply pressure. So this is a part of me making a difference. Me telling y'all what's really going on behind the scenes, whether if y'all like it or not. The thing is, it's happening. Okay. So what I will say is this. Y'all either gonna respect me for my honesty and for how hard I worked and for who I am, or don't deal with me at all. Because These men will even make women go against each other because they too busy sticking they in everything. So when they stop getting what they want from one, they turn the other against. So that's just like, for instance, like the situation with what I really didn't like, the situation with me having Miss Marlena here. I didn't know her, but Danny decided to give me all the tips about her. And I really didn't want them because I don't know her, so I can't judge her. I don't want to hear about another. I feel like if a man will sit there and talk to you about another woman, he is messy and he will not do good business with you. But now on, if y'all don't want y'all truth to come out, don't deal with me because I'm telling everything. Thank you. I'm telling everything. I'm telling everything. I'm tired of y'all making it seem like women like myself don't have values, don't have morals. Okay? That's just like even when I was in the fleet, when I was in fleet DJs, I had a guy in fleet DJs that sexually commented to me all the time what he wanted to do to me and thought that I was going to engage in it. Thought that when we went to conference, I was going to be in the hotel room with him. I never went to the conference. I never went to the conference, one, because I didn't want to be surrounded by it. Sometimes as a woman, I just want to run from it. I don't I don't want to be surrounded by men that think with their penis. What I want to be around is men that respect me as a woman, regardless of how I want my. Listen, just because you dress a certain way or you walk a certain way or you talk a certain way does not mean men have the right to treat you a certain way. Now, it may influence how he feel, just like me carrying myself the way that I do. I feel like I'm sexy and classy at the same time. But that does not mean because I give off a sexy appeal that I want to be approached in a sexual way. I am strong in faith. Thank you so much. That's why when I went to church this Sunday, I gave it all to God. And God gave me strength to do just what I'm doing right now. And what even was more confirmation when I saw the young lady post this morning that a guy thought she was going to lay on her back just to advance her career. Stop thinking we want to sacrifice the only thing that we really love ourselves for something that's not even worth it. I value myself way more than laying on my back for um to get into an event, to or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or to interview an artist. If that artist really want to interview with me, they'll interview with me, and it will be because they respect what I do. So all thing I gotta say is, ladies, stand on what you mean. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to say how you feel. In this radio industry, because these people been in these positions for years, like they've been working in the radio since I was a kid, there are cliques. And if you don't fit in a clique, they're not gonna help advance you. They're not gonna help you. And then there are women, like I'm gonna talk to y'all about what happened this past weekend. Y'all know. Okay, so let me talk about what happened Christmas. I got hit by a drunk driver. And so the radio station decided, I reached out and told them that, hey, I need help with my kids' for Christmas because I'm not able to work. And I knew, well, I had forgot the radio station was giving away toys to needy families. So I ended up hitting stand up the day after the toy giveaway. And I said, hey, do y'all have any extra toys y'all can get to my kids for Christmas? So um, the radio station went out the way to get my kids some gifts. And uh, uh, what's what's the lady name? Christina, whatever her name is. Um, she went and got my son a computer, which was like a school computer, and I appreciated it. It was the a new computer for my son. I gave it to my son. I reached out and I told her thank you. I said she was a lifesaver. I appreciate her very much because my kids now had Christmas, but then God ended up blessing me to where I was able to go shop and grab my kids clothes and shoes and stuff for Christmas. So God was good. So here I am. I didn't thank them and everything. And then for some reason, I forgot what happened, but Stan ended up texting me and saying, hey, you seem ungrateful. And I said, ungrateful? Ungrateful about what? No, not me. So I apologize for them feeling like basically really what I'm trying to say is I feel like I've been kissing ass. I feel like I've been kissing ass ever since I came here in Jackson and worked at the radio station. I feel like I feel like the good relationships everybody else have with these people at the radio station, I don't have. Like they won't open their arms up to me. So at this point, it's just messed up. Um, and it's cool. I understand I may even get fired at this point, but hey, it is what it is because at this point it's like a discrimination case. I've been told about myself on and on and on and on and on. I, I'm done with it. So here it is, Christmas parade. I mean, Saint Patty's parade this past Saturday. On February 29th or 28th, one of them, I text and told Christiana, whatever her name is, hey, I wear a large, and everybody else had the year they started the radio station in their name. And so I said, hey, you could put my name in the 23, And here it is a month later, I get a text and saying, well, almost a month later, they don't have your size. So I said, well, I'll take a 2X and my name and my number can go on back. This is 2 days before the parade. Day before the parade, no, I think this was maybe even 5 days before the parade. The day before the parade, they can't put your number or your name on it, and then they don't have your size. So at this point, I don't even want to go. Well, you're not feeling well anyway, so maybe, it was meant for you not to go. No, girl, no. I know what this is. You didn't want me to go. You didn't want me to have a shirt. You didn't go out your way to make sure I had a shirt. You didn't try to make sure I felt like I was a part of the Alpha Media family. So at this point, I'm done with radio. Like, as far as like how I'm being treated, it is not fair. Y'all get somebody that have passion, that have love. I even went in and worked days after my surgery. Days after my surgery, I'm so passionate about working at the radio station. Still, I get no recognition for this. None. No hard work, no nothing. And I feel like it is completely crazy. You get somebody that will drop what they doing, come to work, support the radio station. Y'all don't want that. What y'all want is somebody that's going to quit, somebody that's not going to have their heart in it. And that's just messed up. And then they wonder why they have a revolving door. So at this point, while all of y'all are so used to taking people's side because of their celebrity status or because their name is ringing everywhere or whatnot. I am going to stand on my truth. I'm going to tell it how it is, and you either like it or you don't. I am tired of kissing up at this point. Men like to step on women's toes. They like to treat women like they have no type of respect for us. And honestly, after watching the first black lady that ran for president, Shirley, I think her name was. I can't even think of her name. But anyways, after watching her last night, it made me realize if I don't stand for myself, nobody will never know my story. Nobody will ever understand. And I am tired of people thinking that they can walk over me. I'm tired of people thinking they can disrespect me. And I'm tired of men thinking that they can come at me with a penis because I don't want it. And that's all I got to say. Now share that.
I made a vice, not a big bad way representing DJ Pressure. Felicia's Madcap. Felicia's Madcap. DJ Pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. DJ Pressure, everything hot. Pressure, pressure, pressure. DJ Pressure, everything hot. New music I play non-stop when Pressure I play exclusive I drop when Pressure I play she a shell down that beat. Can get one up fire blaze non-stop. Madcap turn up, the whole place rock. Madcap turn up, the whole place hero. You know Swerve representing for DJ Pressure.